sustainable for season 6 and moving forward with your help.
Hello, everyone. I hope you made it here. Kind of confusing today. I'm very sorry about that. Let's turn a little bit more light on. It's cloudy today. That's a little bit warmer. Haffy is here. Thank you for Blues, which is Pam, by the way. I think Blues is new. Haffy, that is Pam. Sister Marcel, which is Tess. Rose is here. Steve from, I want to say British Columbia. Did you just say that? Yeah, I think so. Dee, Denise, everybody, Donna, Heather, Lori, Ann. Good morning from Phoenix. Ann, I didn't see you on the premiere. I hope you'll go back and watch that. Okay, thanks, Tess. Hi. And Isabra, I hope I'm saying this right. Isabrow or Isabrew is here from Portugal. And we don't hear from Portugal very often, or at least no one tells us that they're watching from Portugal. So we do keep track of all the countries that tune in and until I get so big that we can't keep track of it. But if you sign in and you tell us who you are and where you are, we keep track of that. At least we are for now. So Isabel, thank you. Oh, Isabel, thank you. And Jen is here from Charlotte, North Carolina. My son is moving to Asheville in 2 weeks. Very excited about that. He's going to be a lot closer than Austin, Texas. Thank you, Mary. I hope everyone will go back and watch that video if you didn't see it. It was quite an experience for a first-time homesteader. I'm not a first-time homeowner, but when you have a small, very small yard, like I had my garden in Los Angeles, it's kind of obvious where things are, where the meter is in this, where the meter is, the water meter goes straight from the house, a straight line out to the meter. And that's not the case here. It's 250 feet. And I think in Los Angeles, it was probably about a total of 20 or 25 feet to my meter. So you just couldn't get too far off. The worst thing I had in Los Angeles was the figuring out the irrigation, because it had ancient irrigation, and I never could quite figure that out. But irrigation can always be modified, and it's not too much of a big deal. I'm glad you made the jump over, Lori, Mernita, Bobby, Isabel, Rebecca, Steve. Maddie is here from Iceland. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We have 46 that are adding on. Once again, I apologize. I literally had such a humongous day yesterday, and I'm going to tell you about it. It's pretty exciting, interesting and exciting, as well as the day before. But yesterday I was trying to get this video, which I shot on the 3rd, and now we're at the 14th. Yeah. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. So I shot that a while ago. I went about 3 days without editing anything. And yesterday I said, I have to get this done. It has been so long since this happened. And then I had this really interesting interruption yesterday. And by the time I got back and got this finished, I was so tired, and I did one little thing. You can push one little button on a piece of software, and then all of a sudden the screen looks different. Even if you've been using it for years and years and years, it'll look completely different. And you think, how did I get there? What did I touch? I don't know what I touched. And so the screen got big on my YouTube app, or the back end of content creators back end, when you're looking at how to upload stuff. It got really large on the screen. I don't know what I did. I made it smaller, and I scheduled this But the little button, and I had it scheduled. It said it was right there today at 9:30. So this notice for this video, this premiere should have gone out last night at 7:30 or 8. And this morning when I came here at 9:15 and I looked at it and I didn't see it on the list on my channel, on my homepage. And I went, what happened? He said that. I double checked the time and everything. But what I hadn't done is the window was large. And at the very bottom, which was off my, what was visible on my screen, it was down here, was the schedule button. So I clicked that and it immediately scheduled, but that was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before it premiered. So, you know, we had 70 people that finally joined. And so that's fantastic. And if you saw part of it, I hope you'll go back and watch the whole thing, hit the like button and help me get some traction on this. Speaking of traction. Okay. So the 17th, thank you, Connie, for the correction. I don't know what Mothering Sunday is, Heather. I have never heard of that. She said in the UK, today is called Mothering Sunday. I don't know why. Yes, so evidently St. Patrick's Day is in 3 or 4 days. Yesterday was the dark moon. You know, the last video we were talking about the moon cycles. And up of the 49th parallel, I think that's his YouTube name, was telling us about the planting cycles with the new moon and the full moon and all of that. And he was saying that you have much greater results if you plant your root vegetables on the dark moon, which was day before yesterday. And I don't know if you're supposed to do it at night when the moon is up or just any time on that day. I don't know. But I didn't get everything done. I didn't get my potatoes planted. So I got a lot of stuff planted, but I didn't get my potatoes planted. So what I would like to do is I'd like to do a walk around video with my, with my iPhone and my thingy, forget what you call it. Not a selfie stick. I don't have a selfie stick anymore. I don't know what happened to that. I had like the first generation selfie stick. Oh, it was ridiculous. But this thing is high tech, but you can only get so far away. So but I'd like to walk around and just show you all of in other words, like the spring garden tour so far. You can see I have quite a setup over here. That's very white at the moment because of the light. That's a 48-inch light. And I'll tell you right now, I love the Grow It LED, the Grow It LED lights. This is a US company out of California. And you can't see it here, but guess what color they are? Of course, they're red. And I absolutely love them. And one of the great things about them is they have these, and I don't know if this comes standard. So if you contact Grow It LED, make sure you tell them that I sent you. And they have a reflector that comes down, so it directs the light down. So when you're in the room beside it, it's not, bright in your eyes. And also it has an on-off switch. This is the thing I complained about. Another light that I had is there was no on-off switch. So if you wanted it on or off, even if you have it on a timer, the timer is usually behind the table. You got to get down on your knees, climb behind the table and change the time on the timer or just unplug it. This has a switch right on the light. It is so easy. It's a rocker switch and a intensity dial. So right on the top of the light. Love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough great things about it. It was packaged extremely well. The customer service was fantastic. I had no problems, so I didn't have to exchange or do anything, but I highly recommend it. Hello, Jennifer. West Central Georgia. Well, Lori, she's not, is she talking about Mothering Day as being the same as Mother's Day? I'm not sure she is. Let's see. Well, since we're almost there, Donna, happy birthday. Everybody wish Donna a happy birthday. She's got a birthday coming up on the 17th. Oh, I see. So back in the days of service in the UK, it was the Sunday that those in service were allowed to go home to visit their mothers. That was only once a year. I hope not. Bobby, oh my gosh. Oh, you have no idea. No relaxing. There will be no relaxing. I'm going to tell you about it. Let's see, what else did I miss while I was talking? Well, Steve, Rogers, I don't know if it was sitting for long hours. I have been editing over there at my island, standing up. I try to edit standing up. I was doing that on my standing desk back in California. And it just seems better on my sciatic nerve if I'm standing. But I had my computer moved over here because I did a live stream here. And I thought, well, this is convenient. I can look out. I'll just sit here and do the video yesterday. And I sat for a number of hours and my sciatic nerve was killing me. And I thought, I don't even know how I can sit here for the live stream. It was hurting so bad, but I did some stretches right before and it feels better. So anyway, I've got the inversion table, if you saw that video, and I'll be using that hopefully on a daily basis. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Okay. Kath Sh. Oh, that's fantastic. So is your name Kathy? And where do you live? Kath Sh says this is her first time. I'm assuming it's first time Kathy. I'm assuming it's Kathy. First time on a live. And I welcome you and I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. So many exciting things are happening faster than I can really manage it. I mean, we're blowing into spring and I'm not nearly ready, but I'm just going to do what I can. That's all I can do. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to grow as many food plants as I can. I'm just going to do the best I can, everybody. That's all I can do. And let's see. Where am I? Oh my gosh. So Gina is way ahead of me. See, I haven't even planted the very first warm season seeds. I feel very good about what I've gotten done. I have 5 trays that I've potted up. If you saw my seeding video, all of those, every bit of that has been potted up or chucked. Because it didn't come up. And so all of that is potted up. And this is all new here. Some of these are the potted up because I ran out of space outside. Never should have gotten that 36-inch shelving unit. Big mistake, everybody. Either get a 24 or get a 48 because you got this little bit of extra on the side. It's not big enough for another tray. And so, yeah, you could stick a little pot there if you found some kind of saucer or something. Yeah, I agree with that. But the lights come in 24 and 48. So I can't hang that 48 out there. It's too big. And anyway, that works perfectly right here. I have decided this is supposed to be a dining room. I'm supposed to have a lovely dining room set here with beautiful chairs, and that's where we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner, and all of my guests are going to come, and we're going to have great meals. No. No one has come. I haven't had a single meal here yet. I haven't done any serious cooking whatsoever because I've been too busy trying to get this place together. And so I just decided I have this little folding table that's just, like the kind of thing you buy when you're in an office just for an extra little table. It's 48 inches and it's about 2.5 feet deep. And I am doing all of my seating on that table right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's really messy right now. I've got dirt. I've got trays of dirt and cells and all of that. I didn't have time to clean up. Sorry. That's why everything over there is in darkness, so you can't see all the mess. Let's see. Every day is Mother's Day. Let's wish Jo, who is Daryl's mother, a happy birthday. She's 91 today. Happy birthday, Jo. I'm going to sing you a happy birthday. Is she watching, Daryl? I hope. I'm going to sing her. I'm going to sing happy birthday. Okay, I'm just going to do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jo, Daryl's mother and late bloomer fan. Happy birthday to you and 10 at least more. I hope that was helpful. Let's see, where are we? Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. And I know. Use your space, use the space you have, right? I mean, if I start having people come for dinner and thing, I mean, this whole, I made this stained and varnished pine shelving unit in 1981, before most of you were born. And it served as a room divider in the apartment living room. And I don't like to put anything like beautiful glassware or anything on it because it could tip and boom, gone. But I moved it in here and I thought, oh, that's not nice enough to be in the dining room. And now I'm going, hey, this is like my workroom. That's my office in there. But this is like my workroom because the sink's right over there. The garage is right out there where I've got, where everything gets transported from this room out there. Anyway, got big plans. Let's see. Baxter is a smaller town between me and Cookeville. And Cookeville was the crosshairs that I had, that I was looking for a house. Hopefully I was just looking for at least 2 to 3 acres in Cookeville. That was my search. And I put 2 houses on the market. Both of them had like big issues that the homeowners didn't want to give me good discounts for. And I just said, I pulled out thinking that there would be a lot more, and there just wasn't. And I finally started to give up on Cookeville. I looked in Baxter. I wanted to be close to my friends. It would have been much more convenient to be close to Denise and Daryl and my friend Guy. He's my old friend Guy who lives in Cookeville. But it just didn't work out that way. And I wound up over here. I don't know. Yesterday I met my first neighbor. And this is key and critical. And I want to talk to you about that. Okay. Daryl, that's great. Wait, Kath, where did you say you live? Kath. Annie Boo is here. Annie Boo, where do you live? Well, Steve, I haven't found smaller trays. They're all the same size. Oh, you're in Sparta. I looked at places in Sparta, Kath. That's awesome. You're not far. Relatable Stranger is here. Hi. What's your name and where do you live? Everybody, if you're watching, there's only 71 of you, but I appreciate every single one. Please, obviously 70 people are not leaving comments, but let us know your name and where you are. We keep track of states and countries, and we like to know where people are. Oh, it's so funny, Jackos. It's so funny. We're so conditioned. We still don't even say that word. But before I left California, a friend had me over, and she had really gotten into, surprisingly, she had really gotten into growing marijuana. And she showed me her tent. She had a big tent, and inside, I think she had 5 plants, and they looked so healthy. There was a fan in there, and I guess some kind of heater. I'm not sure exactly. And of course, it had the netting on the front so that it had great airflow. You could close that up at night and all of that stuff. And I mean, it's very complicated. I have no interest in, it's hard enough to grow a tomato plant and get through its life cycle without it being decimated by pests and mildew. So you'd think in California that we wouldn't have all those pests and mildew because we don't have all the humidity and rain and, you know, all that. But no, I had so much. I was talking about mildew every other episode. Okay, Tess is back. Good, good. Let's see, Heather. Thank you. Christina is here. Fantastic. Joe is getting a lot of birthday wishes. Rebecca, I forgot your son's name, but tell him thank you. For a brief period of 2 or 3 months, I was occasionally singing a song on my live streams, and I thought, Kaye, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? People are tuning in to hear about gardening, and they're going to see you singing with this very average voice. I can carry a tune, but that's about it. And I'm going, what are you doing? Stop. Just stop it. It is a beautiful state, but we have so much rock. And my farmer friend down here said Middle Tennessee is just one big rock. Oh, yes, Connie, I'm going to get back to that. Oh, Jack is still here. I didn't realize Jack was still here. J2D Makes, everybody. If you're interested in woodworking, they have a CNC router, and they are making projects which they are selling on Etsy. Let's see. I just have one of the little ones right over here. By the way, I finally got some of my stuff unpacked, and I remember this necklace. This is the necklace that I wore to a birthday party. I wore them when they were, whoops. Watch out for those peppers. I wore that necklace when they were still fresh. They were bright red. I just strung them with a needle and thread, and I wore them around my neck to this, you know, the big country club at, you know, where Tiger Woods and all those people play. Anyway, this big lavish birthday party, and I wore a string of my peppers around my neck. That's funny. Anyway, this is the cool little, this was one of their early models, and they've done more interesting things with these now. But this is an herb stripper. So depending on the size of the stem of your herb, or this, you could even do maybe kale. You just, you pull it through here, it strips off the leaves, and then you've got the stem, which you usually discard. But be sure and check out J2D Makes. I know a lot of people love woodworking, and they made my beautiful sign, which I'm going to talk about that now. I showed that in the last live stream, I think. Heather, there hasn't been, I got, as the as the weather warmed up, I got off of feeding the birds on a regular. I ran out. First of all, I ran out of bird seed, and I didn't get over there for a few days. So the birds seem to just disappear, and I still haven't hung up my new bird houses and bird feeders, which I need to do. Hopefully, I can get that done tomorrow. But I did a few days ago buy a huge cache of the black seed that the birds love, and but since I stopped feeding them on the porch, they haven't been flying into the windows, which I'm very happy about. I don't get such a great view of them eating, but we had that video. I got that video done, and now we're moving on to other things. Let's see, where are we? Debbie is here. Let's see. Okay, be careful, Jackos. I mean, I know it's much different in the UK. That's not the only reason you might get a knock on the door. Won't go into that. Okay. Let's see. Yvonne is here. Green Stephen, thank you so much. Thank you, R. Riviera. We had a tennis membership, just a tennis membership. That's only a fraction of the cost of a golf membership, like literally 1/10 the cost of a golf membership at the time. I don't know what it is now. Green Stephen, I have cacao with raw honey here, but thank you. Yes, if you guys can order one, I mean, this is a brand new venture for Jack and her husband Jeremy. There is J&J, so J2D, last name Davis. J2D makes. They make stuff, and they make simple little things like this. They've got little sushi serving trays and all kinds of really cool stuff. Jack, if you're still on, can you leave the link for them to go the Etsy or wherever to get that? I had a Mason bee house one time, and I never got any overnighters, or they never found it. You're supposed to hang them on a southern wall so you get that warmth from the house, but all I got was spiders in there. Well, Kath, no, not exactly. I will be doing, no, there will be some digging here. There would definitely be some digging here. I'm going to be talking about that. I actually talked about that on my last live stream because Jeff Poppin, Barefoot Farmer, has been over, and we've talked about some various ways to develop the garden. How could it be 5 days till spring? I haven't even, it's too soon. Mike Robles is here. I just want to say hi to anybody. New Jersey is in the house. We love that. Oh, I can't believe you still have snow. I'm so sorry. Someone needs to mail you. See Rock City red bird houses. Well, I think I have 3 bird houses in there that haven't even been hung up yet. Yeah, I need to do that. The only reason I had it higher, Eric, was because I put the potted up stuff there. and because I'm trying to cover more area than if I put it down low, then like 6 inches on either side are not going to get any light. So I know that I really need 2 lights on that table is what I need. Maybe I should do that. Oh, your landlord needs to get with the program, Christina. We have to be growing our own food. What about a community garden? Is that at all possible? Yes, Gina sent me some. Gina is saying, forget spring. Well, I've got all these plants. What am I going to do? Yeah, so what do you recommend? I mean, I can lower that and then I can just move the trays back and forth and then some will get, yeah. That's as far out as this side will go. I'm trying to get the depth of 2 trays under that one light, and I know that's probably not realistic. I probably should have 2 lights there. Okay. Good. Oh. Okay. What about a neighbor who has a yard? Just say, you'll do the work. They can share you can share the produce with them and you can just do whatever you want. Why not? I mean, if some neighbor came to me and said, can I take 20 feet down here and just make a little plot for myself? And I'd say go for it. But, Hyder Khan, where are you writing from? I don't recognize your name. Well, yes, I need 2 lights. I need 2 of these here, probably. Yeah, that's why I'll do that. You mean my hummingbird feeder deadly wound? Is that what you mean? I had forgotten about my hummingbird feeder. It's in my cabinet over there. Yes, I know, R. Isn't that the truth? Well, you know what? A movie director that I made acquaintance with in California, who had some big movies with Jim Carrey and some documentary and I think it was called I Am. He used to do these, he taught at Pepperdine, and he would do these talks, and literally it would be standing room only in an auditorium or 500 or 600 or 700 people, I don't know. And he said the most radical thing you can do is grow your own food. And I'm going, yes, I'm a radical. Okay, so I wanted to I think I'm caught up on comments. I want to give a quick shout out. We have 82. Thank you for joining my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. I'm doing a whole new thing. I'm starting over. I've been an urban gardener for 8 years in California in a year-round climate and in a very small, like mini micro yard farm. And now I have a big place and I have a lot of development to do to get it to where I want it to be an oasis. And so I've got this idea that not only do I want to produce food, but I want it to be an oasis to come to. So maybe, people could at some point could even come here for retreats. I have a guest room. I might do something like that, do like an Airbnb. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I want to give a shout out to Nancy Rafferty and Susan Fluherty, who both bought mugs. These are my custom late bloomer gardener mugs. I'm asking you to let me know if you would rather have this say late bloomer homestead on here instead of late bloomer gardener, but so far it says late bloomer gardener. And these are custom made. She makes 6 at a time. When I ask her to do it, she has 4 sitting there. Would love to sell those. About $5 or $6 of that goes to this channel, and the rest goes to shipping and the materials and her labor. So if you're interested, I know you can buy a mug from China for $5, but that's not what this is. And you would be in a select little group of people who have a few of these, and you could have your mug, your late bloomer gardener mug, during my live streams and when you're watching my videos. So if that's something you're interested in, go to my PayPal. Haffy, do you have that link? Yeah, yes, John, I'm going to answer that, Haffy, in just a minute. Do you have my PayPal link? Can you go to my homepage and just click on that PayPal link on the top and copy that and paste it? Don't change the mug. Okay. Yes. This is US only. I can't sell these for $40 to other countries. That's not possible. So the shipping would have to be much higher. I think the shipping for each one is, I forget if it's $11, but it's a big chunk of that $40 just to ship it to you. And she does a really great job, and these are individually made, and this is in the late bloomer red, the cranberry color. And guess what color my new pickup truck is going to be? That. Yes. My pickup truck is going to be here on the 21st. It was being shipped down from, I had to go 539 miles away to find the pickup truck that I wanted. So, okay, so the news is, that pepper is still affecting me. Let's see. Okay, so Jeff Poppin, Barefoot Farmer, had, after he left here, the day he was here, he is a Tennessee biodynamic organic gardener, and he lives about not quite an hour from me. So he came down to consult. He was here for a couple of hours. I paid him for his time. He drew up a plan. He sort of confirmed what we talked about. A couple of things I've already done, which is, as you will see, if I ever get caught up on editing, everybody was concerned about me planting the rhododendron too close to the stairs. And in the very next video, you will see I moved those. That happened like a week or so ago. And guess what? Today I have my first ever rhododendron blooms. I've never had a rhododendron. I am so excited. And they are beautiful purple color, like a rosy purple color. And anyway, so he had said one of his recommendations was he was going to go down the road near me. He said he could bring his tractor here, but it would take too long to drive it down here. I don't even think he could drive it down here because you'd have to go on the highway. But just to get somebody on the road, I've got some farmers on the road, and he drove down and he spotted a few tractors, and he said, go down and just ask somebody if they'd be willing to come up and plow a 1,000 square foot plot at the bottom down there. You saw at the beginning of the last video. Oh, 91 of you are here. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I am just now going over the news. I've already done shout outs. We've talked about all the things that went wrong on the video with replacing the water main. Please go back if you didn't see my video earlier. Had a bit of a glitch, didn't get that scheduled on YouTube properly, and didn't get the word out in time for a lot of people to see that on the premiere. Already covered all that, and the mugs and how to get the late bloomer gardener mugs, and also the t-shirts underneath each video. This is the dirt person. I'm a dirt person. This is what it looks like on the front, and on the back it's got late bloomer show and beautiful plant. Or you can order the original t-shirts as well, which is the late bloomer, bonfire.com/late-bloomer or bonfire.com/dirt-person. Now I'm covering the potential stuff, the developments that have happened just since the last live stream. Okay, on Nextdoor, a lot of people don't even know what Nextdoor is, but Nextdoor is an app. And you sign into Nextdoor and you put in your locale, and then you can follow everything from crime and safety to recommended barbers to cut your hair to things people have for sale, all kinds of stuff. But you get kind of connected with your community. And so it's not somebody that's some handyman that's 100 miles away looking for work. It's somebody that's right here. So I found someone, and he sounded like a great guy. He's a former American veteran, and he has this nonprofit where he wants to help people improve their lives, and so he some of the money that he makes, he puts into his nonprofit, which he started, and which has really been on the sidelines because of the virus and stuff. But anyway, he has a lot of capability, and he has more availability than Michael, who came and helped me. And so he came up on Friday morning, and we spent a couple of hours, and I said, listen, what I develop here and what I create here is totally dependent upon the people that I can find to help me bring my ideas to life. I can't do it. I got a bad back. I'm not going to be out digging a trench like Dorothy's doing. Dorothy's a grandmother, and she works out there. You saw her in that video. She's a grandmother, and she's out there digging that trench and doing all the billing and everything. It's amazing. I mean, people who grew up with a work ethic know how to work, and they work hard. Anyway, this is the case with my new friend. His name is Justin. Turns out he and his brother built a whole 6,000 square foot log cabin in Montana, getaway cabin, for the owner of Pella Windows. You've probably heard of Pella Windows. That's what these windows are. And so he can do everything. But he's also was gardening last year, and he had 2 big raised beds. And so he's excited about helping me bring my garden to life. And so we discussed a lot of things, and he's coming tomorrow, and we're going to get started. So as much as he wants to be filmed, I'll put him in. He may or may not want to be filmed. I don't know. But I will be following our progress regardless. But I have a lot of ideas. I'm very excited. I mean, he can do everything from put a new roof on my shop to building me. I had this idea, because I've got this big long driveway. I have this idea to have a little, you know how you go, and I just had this idea yesterday. I got so excited when I thought of it, because I have this long driveway. I'm close to the road on this side of my front yard, but on that side it's longer because of the way the house is positioned, and I'm on a hill. So you kind of loop around, you go around, you come up to here. So I was thinking at the last turn on the driveway, it'd be so cool. There's trees there, kind of an open area. I'm going to have a welcome center, and that's where I'm going to have my late bloomer garden sign that J2D makes, that I showed you last time, that they made on the CNC router. It's out of 2 kinds of wood, and it's beautiful. It says late bloomer gardener. So I've been trying to think, where am I going to put that sign? I want it in a special place. I want it in a protected place from the rain. And I don't care if you seal it, if it's rained on all the time, it's going to degrade. So I'm going to have, I had this idea to have a little welcome center. I want a wash up sink so that when you're working in the garden, you just cross the driveway and you can wash all the dirt off and not have to like traipse through my living room to go into my guest room to go to the bathroom. I mean, I would love to have an actual working bathroom in that shop over there, but to contemplate plumbing that and getting some kind of septic field over there, or somehow getting, I mean, there's just no, it's too much. I can't even think about doing that. So as I have people working here or visiting or even going hiking, I'm even thinking about having like a little temporary outhouse built over there. So I've got all kinds of ideas, and we're going to, how I have just those T-posts with a fencing draped over for the blackberry vines. I'm going to have him rebuild something beautiful with cedar posts and all this stuff. So, and then it's going to have a cedar posted deer fence all the way around it. So we're going to have this whole unit over here. And then, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to start this project down here. So what happened is Jeff, talking about the area down here where we're going to have a flat area. It's going to be plowed. The plan is to turn it over because it's grass. You saw that beautiful soil there that was being dug up near the water meter. That's where the area is. So I've got this much, at least, of this great soil loaded with minerals, and going to get a tractor, plow it, turn it over, and in late April, I'm going to plant it with buckwheat. Plant the whole thing with buckwheat, which is a cover crop. And then when that gets up, going to mow that or cut it down. And then I'm going to plant a fall crop down there. Meanwhile, I'm going to be fencing that as well. So those are the huge overarching plans. But anyway, he said, go down the road and ask one of these people if you can get them to come up for an hour to plow this. And so he said something about, well, don't bother with the really big farmers at the end of the road, and just ask one of these little farmers along that happen to have a tractor sitting out there. And I thought, well, yeah, I could do that. But I'd already heard about the guy at the end of the road I already had heard from my Farm Bureau insurance agent. This guy was a really great guy. Young guy, very, very successful. He's a commercial farmer. And most of you probably know what that means. It means soybeans, corn, tobacco, and winter wheat. They all grow the same things. And but I thought, what the heck? And so I drove down the road and I thought about it. I saw a tractor here and a tractor there, an old one there. I saw a Kubota tractor over here, and I just kept going. I went all the way to the end and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and introduce myself. And so I went up to his farm. I drove up his big thing, and it's just like this vast. I mean, he's got these huge buildings and silos, and there's tractor trailers, and there's a tractor garage that's, I don't even know how high it is, 30 feet high. And you walk inside and the tractors are lined up from the front to the back, and all this equipment. And then there's a shop over here where you work on all the tractors. And then there's another shop up there where I don't even know what goes on up there. Down there was a tractor trailer sitting in front of two big silos. So, I mean, he's got a big operation, and he's a young man, and I didn't see anyone. I'm going, hello. I went in 2 or 3 of these big buildings with all this equipment, and I didn't see anybody. So I went down to see my insurance agent, and finally got the California auto changed over. And so got all that handled. Finally, that was really hanging over my head. And I said, listen, would you mind giving me his number? Because, and so he he checked with him and he told him that I was going to call. And so he gave me his number. And I had left him a text. No, I had left him a voicemail. And he called me back yesterday. And I was sitting here editing and I thought, I've got to get this video done. I got to get this video done. And it was like 2:30. And I thought maybe I could get it done and get it online for a premiere at 6 last night. And he called and I thought, I said, well, give me an hour and I'll try to get in touch with Jeff. He wanted to know what size plow was going to be used. Jeff said he was going to bring his plow. And so I said, well, give me an hour. And then after an hour, I thought, Kaye, just stop. The video can wait. Go down there. Because it gets dark here at like 5:30. So now it won't. It'll be 6:30. But anyway, I went down there. He said that because it rained, they didn't go out. He had worked 18 hours yesterday. And today, 18 hours on Friday. And yesterday it had rained. So he was just kind of hanging around the office. He said, come down. I'm not doing anything that special. This would be a great time to meet. I said, I'd love to come down and meet you. And so we went down and within 5 minutes, he's saying, I want you to promote my company. It was amazing. So I don't know how that's going to develop. But I think it's going to be an interesting, very interesting opportunity in a lot of ways. And so he has these tobacco greenhouses. So if you know, tobacco is still a crop that's being produced in this area, in Tennessee and in Kentucky mainly, I think. And so these greenhouses, the big greenhouses, sit empty from April to January. And he said I could do whatever I want. And and he starts asking me he says, if I give you like 1 to 2 acres, what do you think the ROI would be on that? Which, if you don't know, means return on investment. And going, I really don't know. I have had this much space to deal with for 8 years, and I would have to research that. I really don't know. I said, first of all, I don't really know anybody here. I'm a people person, but I don't really know people here. And so I don't know if people would even buy vegetables. I haven't even seen a home garden. I don't see home gardens here. I know it's been winter, but I don't see anything laid out where there is one. Maybe they're behind the houses. I don't know, but I don't see them. So I don't know if people are tuned in to buying organic seedlings. I said, he's got 20 acres surrounding the greenhouses, and, it's pretty wide open what he would let me do. He says, just pay me for the utilities, and you keep anything you make, you keep it. And so I have to see. I said, well, the only thing is I can't do it all by myself. So that means we have to hire somebody. So I would have to see if, how that money could be recouped. The money to hire someone could be recouped and hopefully wind up with, a few pennies for me. So it's a great opportunity. It's exciting. I can't even imagine that I have this opportunity. And I said, can you even imagine having an organic division to your company? And he said he could, and that the land around the greenhouses had ever had any chemicals put on them. So I said, well, I would love to grow a big, like a half an acre of corn. I would love to. And he says, corn, that's what I grow. I said, no, sweet corn, And I said, do you think people would buy it? He said, oh yeah, they'd buy it. And he said, do you belong to the co-op? And he said, are you a member of the co-op? I said, no. He said, it costs $1 to join. You need to join. I'm on the board. I said, oh, okay. So I said, well, I saw that they had some seedlings down at the co-op, some spinach and tomato. There were 3 different things, spinach, tomato, and something. They looked like they were Bonnie Plants or Burpee or one of the big companies. And he says, no, 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 no. I said, well, do you have a farmer's market here? He said, that would be up to you. I don't want to do, I don't know, I don't want to do any of the work. I'm just going to let you do it, do everything. So we'll see. We'll see. It's, I want to develop my own place, but also, can you imagine if I had that kind of opportunity and I actually planted a lot of food and I could sell the food and people could be enriched by that healthy food? I mean, that would make me feel so good and make other people feel good too. So that's what's going on. And let's see. Christina's talking about, once I was put off by 5-gallon bucket composting toilet with toilet seat, but no longer. Absolutely not. I mean, years ago, before I even knew of Doug and Stacy, I knew about we're talking about a compost. Well, I actually wasn't thinking of doing a compost toilet over here. I was thinking, and I have to research this, but I was thinking about, if you watch the channel, I forget the name of the channel of the husband and wife, but they're very creative, and they built a cabin somewhere up in some beautiful state. I forget where. I think Montana or Wyoming, or I don't know. I don't really know where they are, but they built this beautiful cabin that it was just like a getaway cabin to go read a book and just check out of the city life. And then she has her own channel, and they framed it up and they put the whole thing up. And then he just said, "You finish it, the inside, the outside. You do the finish work." She furnished it, finished it and furnished it and everything. And her channel is called Girl in the Woods, I think. Oh, she's so competent with tools. It makes me very jealous, it's like a power screwdriver is like her, it's almost like part of her hand. I actually got my drill out, guys. I got my drill out to put holes in the bottom of my planters. And I went, wait a minute, all I have to do is just punch it. But anyway, and she, because she would need a facility to go to the bathroom when she's out at that cabin, she had a little portable tent. Like if you were going camping for a week, if you're going car camping for a week, and you would put up a little structure, a little tent structure to go inside to go to the toilet. And then all I saw her do was she dug a 3-foot hole that was that big around. I didn't actually see what the actual toilet seat was like. Somehow I missed that. But then there was like a canvas thing over it. And I thought, gee, at first I was thinking about having Justin build me an outhouse because I have a lot of space out there. And I thought that would be a great place, if people come here to go hiking or something. If Daryl, you get over here and we get this hiking trail going. And then I thought, gee, well, when that hole fills up, then what? So I'm thinking, don't build a permanent structure, build a canvas structure, and then later I can dig another hole somewhere else. And I could just have a vat. Tell me if I'm off base. This was just what I was imagining yesterday. And then I could have this vat, like a big bin with a metal lid or something with sawdust in it and a big scoop. And I would just have a sign there and says, scoop after yourself. And so when you go, you scoop and you leave it clean. And as long as, and that way, when I have workers here or whatever, they can just not have to bother me and to come in the house. They can just go to the bathroom, and they're not just doing that behind the shop, which I think is some people have done. Anyway, okay, where are we? The Amish community is a schlep. It's about an hour and change from me, so it's not convenient. That's the closest one. And then there's one that's farther in Kentucky that's supposed to be great. Rebecca, are you aware of that one in Kentucky? That has, it's a whole huge community. They have all kinds of shops and stuff. Yeah, Steve, I was also considering, I thought, well, if I have a bunch of workers here at one time, I'll just rent a porta potty. But I thought, I mean, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to have one person here, one person there, a couple people here. I'm not going to, so I don't really want to get into that renting thing. Uh-oh. Scoop. Uh-oh. Well, I lived in New York for 7 years, so even though I'm not Yiddish, and also I lived in a Orthodox Jewish neighborhood in LA for 4 years. So between those 11 years, schlep was one of my regular words, especially when you live in New York. You don't have a car. You're always schlepping. I can remember us walking up Broadway for like 10 or 12 blocks back when people bought those big, heavy wooden, these were made in the United States, and it was this speaker company. I want to say it was Harman Kardon, but I'm not sure if that was the speaker company. Maybe the speaker company was different, but they were wooden boxes and they were like this tall. And I was carrying one all the way up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's why. And being on the subway, I would always like, you're hanging on the subway and you got a heavy bag on this shoulder and you're hanging with your weight and being dragged and bounced back, the bus too, it's going, I mean, oh, your spine takes such a beating living in New York. I don't remember the name of the community, but I think it's north of Red Boiling Springs, maybe an hour or something. Well, that's true. The walking is fantastic. We used to walk from 86th and 87th and if I got it's okay, Amsterdam, let's see. Amsterdam, Broadway, oh golly. Something, and then Riverside. Can you believe I can't even remember the main streets I lived between? Anyway, walking from there down on 86th and walking all the way, there was a diner. This was before diners became really hip and they're everywhere. The redone old fashioned. And so this would have been in 80 something. And on Saturday morning, we would walk from 87th all the way down to 12th and Broadway. And we would walk down there, and because I was very into, I had to, I'm an actress, so I couldn't gain weight. I had to stay thin. And so I didn't go down there and have, pancakes and bacon and all sausage and all that. So I'd have, literally we had cornflakes with a banana and skim milk. And then we walk all the way back. Great exercise. Oh my gosh. Those are just the famous ones. R. I forgot what R stands for. Is it Rob? Jamila's here. Oh, I know. I absolutely loved walking in New York. It's just so visually fascinating, except not so much at night, but yeah. Claudette is here. Hello. Okay, 91 of you are here. I hope, let's see, we're way over time. I want to very quickly say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. There's going to be so many things going on, and I hope to bring you educational, inspiring, fun videos, and I hope to get caught up on my editing very soon. And thank you so much for your support. You can support this channel in a number of ways, from ordering a mug to, there's 4 of these left, by the way, 4. I'm not going to have her make any more unless I get more orders. And that is a $40 donation on PayPal. If you're going to do that, please make sure you click sending to a friend and not sending to a business or something, because then PayPal takes out 20% of the $5 that I would make on this mug. So or t-shirts or donations, straight donations or whatever. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you. Stay safe, stay inspired, stay healthy, grow your own food. And I hope to inspire you in a number of ways. God bless you. And I'll see you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great day.